First of all, establish a goal for yourself. So what are you trying to accomplish and what do you want to be known for? So if you're in a job, what do you want to accomplish in your job? What do you want to be known for? Maybe different than what you have now. If you're in transition, where do you want to go? What do you want to be known for? You know, if you want to start your own business, what kind of business is it? Just figure out what your goal is. You know, are you trying to get promoted, find a new job, start a new career, maybe start your own business, whatever it is, write it down and, you know, try to get a little clear on what that is. Then the next question to ask yourself is, who do you want to reach? Like, who is it that you have to reach in order for this goal to be on its way? So maybe you want a promotion. Who are the decision makers? Is it your boss? Is it the board? Like I said earlier, if you're looking for a new job, or if you're in, you know, if you're in the job search, you know, or do you want to start if you want to start your own business, the audience would be different. But think about who the audience would be for your objective. And then ask yourself, where do you currently stand in the market? So make a list of your strengths, your skills, any characteristics that set you apart from colleagues or competitors. Include things like the results you've gotten, the accomplishments you can take credit for, any big successful projects that relate to your personal brand goal. Like, don't talk about the things that don't relate to your personal brand goal. Sometimes people do that. Those things are fine. You can put them aside and have them in your back pocket if something relevant comes up in an interview, or in a, you know, if it's relevant to what you're doing. But focus on things that relate to your brand goal. And if you don't have those things, then we'll talk about how you're going to get them. So then when you've done all this, when you've asked yourself, you know, what your strengths are, your skills, then you want to ask yourself, how do these strengths, skills, and accomplishments support your brand, your personal brand goals, right? Where are the gaps? Are there any gaps? Are there skill gaps? Are there project gaps? You know, I mean, if you look at, you know, you can look at ways to get the type of experience you need. Like if you're in a job, maybe you want to ask for a project that's going to get you a step closer to where you want to go. Or if you're starting your own business, how do you compare in the competitive landscape? What's different about you? Is there anything that you don't have that you need that you could get trained on? You know, that kind of stuff. If you're looking for a job, obviously you want to make sure that you are thinking about what kind of job do you want, what's missing in your package that you need to somehow convey. How can I get that in this transitional time? Can I do some charity work, you know, or can I just repackage something that I've already done? So you're just looking for, you know, how do you package your skills and strengths, and are there any gaps? And then depending on your goals, you know, you might want to look at the competitive landscape. Like if you're starting a business, look at your clients. Are there any testimonials you can get from them? Are there any recognizable names in your client testimonials? All the better. So that's kind of like thinking about where you stand in the market. So that's sort of like the third step. So first is establish a goal. Second is look at who you need to reach in order to get to that goal. And third is where do you currently stand in regard to that goal? And then next, you want to start marketing your personal brand by building your visibility, your credibility, and your reputation. So all you need for this is some idea of where your target audience is likely to see you. Where do they go for information? So like if it's your boss, what does he look like? Is he on LinkedIn? What projects is he focused on? What part of the business is he focused on? I mean, maybe it's more of an internal thing. If it's a new business that you're developing, you know, who is your target market? Where do they go for information? Once you figure out where your audience goes, you have to start putting original content out there. So like I said, if it's a job, if it's promotion, it's more of a matter of getting put on a certain project. But if it's a business that you're starting, or if it's a new job, a job that you want to get that's different than what you have, maybe you want to start posting on LinkedIn. You know, if you're in a job, maybe you want to start writing on the company blog, but just figure out ways to get your own original content out there so that people can see what it is that you know and what your approach to it is and what your passion for it is like. And maybe it's a little different